Today, we are diving into a major global issue with serious African implications. This relates to the recent tensions in the Middle East involving Israel and Iran, which was escalating into a war. In the heat of the conflict, Iran threatened to shut down the Strait of Hormuz, a move that could block 20% of the world's oil supply. That move could have triggered a global energy crisis. Right now, there's calm, but the issue comes up again in the future. Now, here is the big question: can Africa step in and become the world's new oil lifeline? Let's explore the potential, the gaps, and the big opportunity that is staring us in the face. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow sea passage between Iran and Oman. Every day, about 18 to 20 million barrels of oil pass through it, nearly a fifth of the world's oil. If that passage is blocked, even for a short period of time, it would cause oil prices to skyrocket, markets to panic, and countries to start scrambling for alternative sources fast. Now imagine this: countries looking for stable, reliable supply, and they turn to African oil. Africa is not just a passive observer in a global oil. We have the resources. Nigeria is Africa's top producer with 1.4 to 1.6 million barrels per day, but is facing theft, non-worker refineries, and pipeline sabotage. Angola is an offshore powerhouse producing 1.1 million barrels per day with stable deep seas operations. Libya hosts Africa's largest proven oil reserves, but production is often disrupted by conflict. Algeria is a key exporter to Europe, producing around 1 million barrels per day. Egypt is a growing producer with over 500,000 barrels per day and key energy transit hub via the Suez Canal and Sumed pipeline. Congo, Brazzaville, Gabon, and South Sudan are mid-tier producers exporting mainly to Asia. Ghana and Senegal are West Africa's rising stars, with new offshore fields coming online. Namibia is an emerging frontier, expected to start large-scale production by the end of the decade. Together, Africa produces over 7 million barrels per day, about the same as Saudi Arabia. But production is one thing. Export capacity, reliability, and infrastructure readiness are another. Can Africa step up? Let's be honest, Africa is not yet ready. We face multiple challenges: aging infrastructure. Many countries still rely on old pipelines, ports, and terminals. Security issues, from Libya's civil unrest to theft in Nigeria and instability in Sudan. There are worrying security issues. Most African nations still export crude and import fuel. Slow bureaucracy, licensing delays, and unclear regulation frustrate investors. Weak regional coordination, no unified African oil strategy or crisis responses framework. Now, one major reason why Africa isn't ready is corruption. Let's break it down. In Nigeria, billions of dollars meant for oil infrastructure have gone missing. The snake swallowed it. According to the Nigerian Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, the country has lost over $15 billion to oil theft and pipeline vandalism in the last decade. Recently, also, lawmakers are demanding answers for $7 billion spent on repairing refineries with nothing to show for it. In Angola, corruption scandals involving oil contracts and inflated infrastructure costs have scared away investors and delayed refinery projects. In Libya, years of war and political power struggles have allowed corruption to cripple the country's national oil company and stale investment in production. In South Sudan, revenue from oil has often gone into pockets of elites, while refineries, roads, and power systems remain underdeveloped. Corruption means money doesn't go where it's needed. Contracts are awarded to friends, not experts. Refineries stay broken, pipelines stay leaky, and ordinary citizens never see the benefit of Africans' oil wealth. So even when a crisis creates opportunity, like that of Hormuz, Africa isn't in position to respond because corruption has eaten the foundation. But here is the thing, we can get ready if we act fast now. Here is what Africa's oil nation should do, and do it right now. Modernize infrastructure by reinvesting in export terminals, pipelines and refineries. Secure oil zones by protecting production areas and export routes from attacks and unrest. Simplify regulations by fast-tracking approvals, cut red tapes, and give investors confidence. Build regional strategy. An African Energy Alliance could coordinate pricing, logistics, and emergency response. Explore intra-African trade. Use the African Continental Free Trade Area to connect landlocks, producer to coastal exporters for better movement of oil. This is about more than money. It is about turning a global crisis into Africa's moments of leadership showcasing. If Africa doesn't rise right now, others will. That you can be assured of. The US, Venezuela, Brazil, and Canada are also positioning to fill supply gaps, but Africa has two major advantages: geographic closeness to Europe and Asia, and massive untapped reserves. This could be our chance to rewrite our own history, not just as raw materials exporters, but as key players in global energy. In the future of Strait of Hormuz crisis can become real, and it could reshape global oil flows. Africa has oil. We have the potential, but we will rise to the occasion or repeat the cycle of missed opportunity. So what do you think? Can Africa become the world's oil backup plan? Are we still years away? Please drop your comment. If you found this insightful, like, share, and subscribe to AdieTalk channel for more bold conversations about Africans' future. Stay tuned and be blessed.